1. As the midnight hour struck, Emma's heart raced with anticipation. Iemoni mottorotolo, emor hodea uttejana dutuhok de laglo. The rusty old door in front of her looked ominous in the dim light. Tar shamanitaka jandhora purana dojati munda alur mote parabo mone hochchil. She stood nervously, unsure whether to open the door or leave it alone. Se udbigum pabedandiachil, si dantohin chil yedurjati kolbe nakichededibe. The quiet around her was almost unsettling, as though something was waiting to happen. Tar charpashed nirota pra osvostikochil, yen kichukatar opekshachil. A cold chill ran down her spine as she stepped closer to the door. Se derjarkatse egiegele, dar merudon ekti shital shihrol onuputai. The mysterious glow beyond the threshold beckoned her forward. Shimanted baire roshame alo take egieyete dakchil. She opened the drawer beside her, hoping to find the missing key. Shetar pashetaka droati kule harano chabiti kunzepower ashakochil. She rummaged through its contents, desperate for any clue. Shetpite ginispotur gekteachil, kono sutru kunste moriahai. Among the papers, she noticed a small golden object. Kagaspotrer modte sheekti chut sonali bostu lokchokorul. 10. A wave of relief washed over her when she realized it was the key. Yukon sebute paroleti chabi, prashantid kiutake achan korefilul. Emma inserted the key into the lock, hoping it would fit perfectly. Emma chabiti tala probeshkorul, ashakochileti satigwave lagbe. Toll, but the key didn't turn, and a sense of frustration overwhelmed her. Kintu chabiti gurini, ebong aktorunir hotasha take graskorul. Hesitating, she looked at the key once more, trying to understand its mystery. Hichokichie se chabiti abardekel errofsio bochar cheshtakorchil. Something caught her eye, an engraving on the side of the key. Kichu ektatar chokepadul, chabir pashe kodai kora ekti noksha. The rune on the key seemed ancient, etched with strange symbols. Chabir opre runti prachin monehochchil, odabutchi hune kodai kora. Sikten. The ancient design made Emma shiver, as if it held secrets long forgotten. Prachin nokshati Emma ke kapi etul, yeneti bahupurno govnyota harun korechil. Sudden, she stared at the symbols, their meaning slowly shifting in her mind. Se portigula ke nazare rekedektil, tader mane pire dhire tar mone puriborotit hotchil. A plight. The symbol was familiar, yet she couldn't place where she had seen it before. Protikikti purichitchil, tabeshe butte parchilna kota eti agedekeche. Then a surge of recognition hit her. She had seen the symbol in her grandmother's old journal. Tarpur chihunti sampurke aktorung onuputhol. Seeti tar dadir purno diary te dekechil. Determination set in as she decided to solve this puzzle, no matter the cost. Eti shomathan koror sidtante, shetarjan kolpe disha hae uchil, ye kono dame haleo. 21. Emma twisted the key again, and this time a loud click echoed in the hallway. Emma abar chabiti gurol, aban e shome ekti jorol klike shabdhul, a corridore puti benitholo. The door slowly creaked, revealing a narrow corridor bathed in faint light. Dorja pire dhire chorumrate shurukol, ekti sankirnu corridor un mochithol, ya maddu alue alukichil. 33. Her heart began pounding as she stepped inside, unsure of what lay ahead. Shebiture parakol, tar hede adrut tarukte shurukol, karun she jantuna shamane kiopekshakorche. Like saw a faint glow illuminated the path, leading her deeper into the unknown. Akti maddu alopatati alukit korchil, take ojana arogabire niyeachchil. Yes, 5. Hesitation gripped her once more, but curiosity pushed her forward. Aro akbar sonde take graskorechil, tobe kaftuhol take egieyete prernadichil. She gathered courage and stepped across the threshold, leaving the world she knew behind. Se sahasapcha corredorgora parkol, ebantar chena patibike, pechonereke, cheltelagal. The moment she crossed the threshold, she felt a strange shift in the air. Emani se dorgoda parkorul, se bata se acti udut poriborton onohobkorul. 28. A cold breeze swept through the corridor, sending a shiver down her spine. Akti tanda batas corridor die baegel, ebong tar merudan reakti shihron seshtikol. She moved cautiously, feeling the weight of the air around her. She shabadhane egiechal, tar charpasher batasir par onubobgochil. The corridor seemed endless, stretching further than she had expected. Corridorti sheshhuin mone hotchil, atar paronar cheweo onek beshi dure prosarit hotchil. Flickering torches lined the walls, casting eerie shadows across her path. Dolano moshalguli deol dore sazanochil, ebantar bate rosjoma chaya fileachchil. In the distance, she could see a path leading to an ornate, locked door. Dure, sheakti pothdektepe layakti sajit bandadojayaniatsil. The door was ornate, decorated with strange carvings and symbols. Durzati sajitchil, odhuta kodai ebang chihune shajano. 34. The carvings were intricate, telling stories she couldn't understand. Kodai guli shukwomchil, eman golpo bolchil yasebute parchilna. 5. Emma felt drawn to the door, an inexplicable pull guiding her forward. Emma derja dike akorshit hotchil, akti ojanatan take egie nieachchil. 36. Her hand trembled as she reached for the handle of the door. She derjar hatald hortegietar hat kapchil. She felt her pulse trembling in her fingers as she gripped the handle tightly. Se hatalti shoktababe akted horle, dar angmule palser kampon onupabkochil. With a deep breath, she turned the handle, and a loud echoed sound filled the space. Akti gabur shbasnie, se hatalti gurie dil, aban akti jorala protid banit shabdes tanti pudenhul. 39. A whisper came from the darkness, calling her name softly. Ondakartike akti fisfis shabdela, tarnam maduhabedakchil. Welcome, the voice said, sending chills through Emma's body. Sbakdam, shabdati bol, emar shadire shiharon shishtikul. The voice continued, its words growing more powerful as it spoke. Shabdi chaliegil, darkota aroshokti shali hayugachil. Votidi. Emma stepped forward, unsure of whether she should trust the voice or turn back. Emma shamane egiegil, nishchitchil na etake kontake bishbaskora uchitki na, naki fireyete habe. The realm beyond the door felt different, as though it wasn't part of the world she knew. Durjaro pashe jaktuti onorko monoput hochil, yenetitar jena patibiro angshnoe. 44. It was a place of forgotten memories where time seemed to stand still. Eti acti puleawe asamatis tanchil, ekane someone temechil. 45. A faint doorway appeared at the far end of the room, beckoning her closer. Kokke dured brante acti madu durja dekadil, take kache aste dakchil. The voice continued, urging her to seek the truth that lay hidden within. Shabudti chaliegel, take arale lukano sato kunje berkorte usahit korchil. Fati said. Emma stepped forward, each footstep carefully measured as she approached the pedestal. Emma ek kore egie chalal, protiti padakshep satorkobabe mapchil, yekonse mocherkatse pkchachil. The shifting shadows around her seemed to distort the world as she moved. Tar charpashe puriborti chayaguli monehochchil, patibitike bikot kore dichchil, eman shechalchil. 49. At the center of the room was an old room, filled with ancient relics. Kachikan dreakti purno kakchil, a prachin protontotatabik bastu die punchil. On a pedestal, a strange artifact sat, waiting to be touched. Akti mocheru por akti obhuto shilpokorn basechil, sprosh korarjonne opekshakorchil. The silence in the room was almost suffocating, and she could feel its heavy presence. Kokshe nirotapra nishbasbund kore dear motochil, ebang sheer pari upastiti unupobkochil. 50. The symbolic design of the artifact seemed to call out to her. Shilpo kormer protiki nokshati takeketulchil. A sudden surge of fate rushed through Emma, telling her she was meant to find this object. Hata akti pagre torung emar mote probahithul, take bolchil yetake eibastuti kunje berkote habe. Mrs. Say, the voice spoke again, this time more clearly, filling her mind with its words. Shabdati abarkotabul, Eibararo porishkarhabe, dar monker kotaya purnkol. You have unlocked your destiny, it whispered, its tone cleared of mystery. Tumi tomar pabitabuo un mochon korech, eti fisfiskol, spor roshamukta hagel. A figure appeared from the shadow, stepping out from the darkness. Akti akar undakarteke beriela, undakarteke parakchil. 50. It was tall and skeletal, its eyes glowing with ancient knowledge. Eti lambai bunkonkals brupchil, et jokuli prachin zanej bolchil. The figure pointed towards the pedestal with an outstretched hand. Eti ak preshesta haddiye muche dike amuldekalo. 59. Pressure built in the air, as if something immense was about to happen. Bathase chap datri hatochil, yen kichu bishal gutte jeliche. 60. Emma reached out, her fingers brushing the crystal, and a surge of energy filled the room. Emma hatbadal, dar amulguli kristalti sporskorul, aban akti shakti uturunga kapunkoredil. 61. The energy from the artifact surged through her body, making her feel as if she was being pulled through time and space. Shiltkorn pike shakti tar deher modye prabahitholo, take monehol yen she samwo ebans tan chingade tanahotchil. 60. The world around her began to shift, and she was thrown into an alternate realm. Tar jarpasher patibi puribortite hote shurukol, abantake akti bikal jokote nik shep korahol. Disbelief overtook her as she looked around, realizing the world had changed. Obishbastake graskorul, the konse charpashetakalu, buite parul patibi puribortit hoeche. 64. In an instant, she was in a forest of twisted trees and glowing mist. Akti muhurte, she akti bokt gach, ebons bolunt kuasha kaka bon bumpumitechil. The crystal's glowing light still clung to her, guiding her through the new world. Kristaler ujbolalo, eknotar shatechil, take notun jokter mote pothodekachil. 66. The ground beneath her feet shook, and the air grew cold. Tarpae nichen matik empeuchel, ebon batas tanda haegil. She took cautious steps, trying to understand her new ground. She shabothane pafil, tar notun matir upur buite chestakochil. The forest was dark, yet the light from the crystal illuminated her path. Bonti undukarchil, tobuo kristalir alo, tar potalokitkorchil. Her surroundings seemed to fade into darkness, only the crystal's glow visible. Tar charpasher poribesh undukare milieachchil, shudhumat kristalir alo dashamanchil. Ahead, she could see a strange set of steps leading to an ancient temple. Shamaneshe odhut kichu sindi dektepel, akti prachin mondire redike niachchil. The path was revealed to her, though she knew not what awaited her. Patotitar shamane prokashitohol, idiose jantana darjon kiapekshakoche. As she walked deeper, she could feel the twilight pressing down on her. Woto gabere hatsil, se onuvhobkorchil yegodhulitake girethorche. The forest was misplaced, its atmosphere foreign and unsettling. Bonti okotchil er puribesh bideshi ebon ospastikochil. A dangerous feeling settled in her chest as the path ahead seemed to stretch endlessly. Aktibipoch jonok onubhupti tar bukejameuchul, karon shamane pathati in oshimchil. An unseen figure watched her from the shadows, waiting for the right moment. Akti odasho chaya murti take chaya tekedekchil, satik muhurte jono pekshakochil. The mist began to thicken, enveloping her, and the path in a thick fog. Kuasha gon hote shuru korul, take ban patatikekti gon kuashaya abot korefelil. Suddenly, the figure reappeared, standing before her as though it had always been there. Hota kore shayakutti abardashamanholo, eneti sabasomoi sekanedadi echil. The figure's face was distorted, hidden in the shadows of its hood. Akatiti mukbikutchil, hude chaya lukanochil. Guided by an unknown force, Emma moved closer to the figure, feeling her steps quicken. Akti ojchat shakti dbara purichalitahae, Emma akuti kache gie gil, ebantar padok sheb dutatod hatelagul. The figure turned to her and gave a faint warning, its voice like the whisper of the wind. Akatiti tar dike kurul ebanakti merdusatoktadil, tar kandhen bataser fisfisanin moto. Tension built up in the air as the figure spoke of the challenges she must face to unlock the truth. Akititi yokon shei chalitzer kota bolchili atake shaton mochon korte hule otikrom korte habe, bata she chap jame uchil. Determined, Emma nodded, ready to confront whatever lay ahead. Sonkol bobo dohae Emma mata nadel, ai samane asukta mokabila korte prostut. The figure's hand gestured to a large door in the distance. Akatitir hat du reakti bada derjad dike yangit kol. Behind it lay the final truth, the key to her destiny. Bechone chodanta sottatichil, dar pagwer chabiti. As she approached the door, the tension in the air became almost unbearable. Yokonche derjar katse el, batase chap brae oshohe uchil. With one last deep breath, Emma pushed the door open, revealing a vast chamber. Akti shesh gabur shbasnie, Emma dorjati kulul, ebon akti bishal kokshdekul. The chamber was filled with ancient symbols and glowing lights. Koksti prachin pratik abam ujbol aloa puripuranchil. In the center of the room stood a pedestal with the artifact glowing brightly. Kokshir kandre akti stombe sei prachin bastuti ujbalhabejbolchil. Emma stepped forward, feeling an overwhelming sense of power. Emma samane egul, ebonak opratirotia shaktir onuputti pel. As she touched the artifact, a flood of memories from her past surged through her mind. Okonse bostutike sporshkorl, tarotithid samatirakti keu, tarmoneu tolieuchul. The truth was finally revealed, and Emma understood her destiny. Satyoti obsheshe prokashithol, ibang Emma talbagul. She realized that the key was not just a physical object, but the gateway to her own future. Se bujul e chabiti shudhumatur acti bostuni, borung eti tar nijed pabishote durza. Into the background, its purpose fulfilled. Juritroti patapumite milie gil, tarudesha purnahaite. Emma stood there, contemplating the new world before her, a world filled with possibilities. Emma sekane dani erail, Tad shamone notun akati patibi somburke haptelagul, acti sambhabanae puripurna patibi. She now knew that she held the key to unlock all the mysteries that lay ahead. Ekon shejane etarkatse se chabiti atseya samanetaka shabrochchoe derza kultepare. Emma took one last look at the glowing artifact, her heart full of hope. Emma ujdvol jinisti dike ek shesbare jonnetakal, tad heido ashadie bula. With courage in her heart, she stepped forward, ready to embrace her destiny. Tar hoidoe sahasnie se ekba samane badial, tar pagyuke grohonkoror jonne prostut. Thus, Emma's journey into the unknown had begun, with the vanishing key as her guide, ready to unlock a future full of adventures and challenges.